My name is F1, but I am a professional banker of over 16 years experience. I've handled clients in various industry, vertical, and sectors in Nigeria, including manufacturing, logistics, automobile, and the rest. And when I started off my career, I would say that I had more trade knowledge around trade imports because of the type of clients that I handled. But I want to say that the defining moment in my career was when I underwent 3T Intex Trade Academy training. The first one was in my spending last year space. So fast forward in 2020 when the COVID came, again, that thought came to me. And this time I said, no, I'll take the bull by the horn. I'm not going to wait for my company to train me. So I heard about, I reached out to 3T Intex, and they're always throwing things at your face, supporting you, not necessarily for you to come and spend your money, but just educate us. So I ran through the different courses that they had, and I just knew that I had to, go for this one. This is the Executive Diploma in Export Business Management. And I can tell you, as at 2020, when we are at the lockdown, I underwent this 3 months training. I can tell you, this has been a game changer for me in my career. I didn't know that non-oil export would become a focus the way it was, but all I wanted to do was to provide, to be able to provide advice to my clients understand exports. I know the trade is the processing side from the bank's perspective, but I didn't really understand the export environment and how it affects clients. What does an exporter, what are the pain points? So this course helps me, to have good understanding of the export environment in Nigeria, what to be looking for, what are the risks. It's an all-encompassing program. And at that point, when I finished this program, it opened a huge opportunity for me in my workplace. And I can tell you that I was able to make a high impact and providing solutions for exports, and allowed my company to grow in leaps and bounds in terms of non-oil exports in Nigeria. We are still learning, and I believe that there are more courses for me to take from 3T Intex, and I can recommend this program to anyone and everyone. Even if you are not a banker, you're just a regular trade person, there are other opportunities coming up for trade within Africa, outside Africa, especially with the geopolitical tension. I think we have to equip ourselves with the right knowledge, right skills that will be able to, take advantage of the opportunities that not just for Nigeria, but for Africa. Thank you very much. 3T Intex, you're the best. Thank you.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn in dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order a 50% discount, call 080-912-44449. Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you on the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today. businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? Do you deserve to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Built to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080 912 44449.
So, to the bank or to us in banking, we have seen a way where we can not only retain and sustain our existing exporters, but we are going to attract, not even attract more from the prospective exporters. We have an opportunity for us to even create exporters within our own community, just like what I was telling you, what is happening in my own community. You need to see the kind of passion and interest shown from my community in terms of export. Everybody now wants to diversify. And then, as I said, part of our own advisory is that, you see, we are running, as I said from the beginning, most of our businesses are highly saturated locally, but are in high demand internationally. But what we need to do, or the lack of this basic knowledge in export, limits our potentials to go or to grow beyond our limit or to our full capacity as exporters. So with this, Bamini, I must register my appreciation. It's the time well spent, that 3 months. I hope I was even thinking that it was going to be extended for another 2 months so that we can learn more. Everything about the program is so fantastic. It's so appreciated and impact, not only to me as a city, even to my community. My community has felt the impact of this show. My bank also is, in fact, is gaining higher from this training because I know the number of customers that are highly impressed, that always look forward to. Even this morning, I received nothing less than 3 calls from exporters on so many issues or challenges that they have that we're able to address them.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. If you are here to get the book Built to Go Global, this is a book that basically lets you understand exactly why export business failed. It was an outcome of a research that was done on business in Nigeria to understand the reason why the business failed. You might want to do well to get it, to be able to learn, to know exactly the reason why export business failed, and it's titled Built to Go Global. If you are joining us for the first time and you would like to have access to the previous edition of this video on exploring potential of African of Nigerian states, we've done a series from Abia. Today we are in Gombe. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel rather, so you can get the video, like, share, drop your comment, and remember to click on the notification bell so you know when we are uploaded other videos. If you also want to get the link to this program ahead of time, you might want to join the Telegram channel, African Export Business Platform. African Export Business Platform. The African Export Business Platform enables you to be able to have access to the link that we're going to be using for each weekly edition of this program. Then So we have been to Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi. We've been to Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Enugu, Ekiti, Enugu, and today we are on to Gombe State in the north. An interesting journey for me and all those that have been following us on this series. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we start with Gombe State.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global, a scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order a 50% discount, call 080-912-44449.
All right. So, as usual, we look at preamble, peculiarity, profile, potential, the purchaser and proposer we have for this state. And then, of course, the profit. You know, this week I was on a radio show, a TV program, and I talked about this issue about the fact that we need to get our governor to answer the question, you want to contest for the governor of your state, how do you want to make the money? And I'm proposing that export cannot just create jobs, it can create a huge opportunity for every state in the country to be able for every state in the country to be able to take advantage of export and create not just jobs, but more importantly, generate some income for the state. We're on to Gombe State today. That is the jewel in the savannah. Jewel in the savannah. Jewel in the savannah. Gombe State, its capital is Gombe. Right there in the middle. Right there in the middle. Gombe State. Okay. Why does Gombe State need to export? To avoid dependence on federal allocation, and we'll look at that today. Depend on federal allocation, and we'll look at that today. Over dependent on federal allocation. Boost the state GDP. Boost the state GDP. Create opportunity for SME to grow. Decrease dependence on domestic market. And export proceeds and grow revenue for the state. Those are potential that export have for a nation, for a state, either at the national level or subnational level. Farming and rural life become more lucrative. It helps you to gain global market share and recognition. Export has the potential to help to gain global market share and recognition by virtue of the product coming out of the state. It can make the state to become home of creativity and innovation. Home of creativity and innovation. It can be an industrial catalyst for the state, industrial catalyst for the state, because of the demand in the export market. It's a sort of job creation. It helps the state to know the value of their competitive advantage. It helps the state to lead for others to follow because of increase in income. It made the state to be independent on federal government with numerous incentives for its exporters. It helps the state to maximize the opportunities created by their indigenous abroad. It's a poverty eradication source for the state. It helps to quit the league of the state depending on wasting assets like oil. It helps to revive the economy of the state, slow down rural and urban migration in the state, tax-free opportunity for the state, for the exporters in the state, and utilization of their idle capacity. These are value that export bring to both the citizen, people, and businesses in each state that will take export seriously. No state has been into this, and the advocacy is ongoing on boosting. The advocacy is ongoing on boosting revenue of Nigerian state through export. Viability of the state are boosted. Someone will tell me Gombe state is not viable, and you will see the data that make people to be saying that. Wealth creation for citizens of the state, help the state to extract the potential of products found in the state for export. Because of competition, they can yearn for more improvement in their product and zero in on the area of strength. Zero in on their area of strength. Very on the area of strength. What do you see in Gombe State today? What do you see in Gombe State today? Do you see unemployment? And I'm not denying the fact that there is unemployment in Gombe State. I'm not denying the fact that there is unemployment in Gombe State. Do you see poverty? I will also be deceiving myself to say there is no poverty. But is that the only thing you see in this state? Is that the only thing you see in this state? Or frustration? These are realities that dawn on us. These are realities that dawn on us. But you know what? I choose to see opportunities in farming, opportunities in mining, and opportunity in the people, the population of the state. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we discuss the detail on the peculiarity of Gombe State.
Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you at the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today.
So what are the peculiarities of this state? This state came into existence October 1, 1996 under Sani Abacha. Carved out of Bauchi State, share boundary with Yobe, Borno, Adamawa, Taraba, with a very warm climate, not exceeding 30 degrees during the hottest month. An average rainfall of 850 mm also. Situated in northeast Nigeria, occupy 18,768 square kilometers, share boundary with, like I said, Yobe, Adamawa, Taraba. Gombe comprised of many tribes, from Tera to Tangali to Fulani to Blewa to Wajah to Hausa. Of course, Hausa is a commonly spoken language. It's an agrarian state located within the expansive savanna endowed with over 13 different types of minerals, nicknamed Jewel of the Savannah, with opportunities in agri, health, tourism, mining, and light manufacturing. A wide landmass with 11 local governments, population of 3.4 million, major cropping yam, cassava, maize, tomato, groundnut, cotton, gum Arabic rice, millet, beans, groundnut, fruit and vegetable, with minerals like uranium, gypsum, clay, limestone, quartz, magnetite, diatomite, iron ore, kaolin, potash, mica, silica, sand, gypsum, feldspar, granite, and fluted earth. This state has a labor force of about 1 million people. IGR is 6.8 billion as of 2019, but the budget is 130. Is it not interesting that the IGR of Gombe State is not up to 10% of its budget? In fact, the IGR of Gombe State is about 5% of its budget. 5% of its budget. This state has competitive advantage in mining, agriculture, with dams, 3 lakh dams, with some manufacturing companies like Unilever, Dangote Bois, commercial hub of the Northeast sub-region, commercial hub of the Northeast sub-region. Investment opportunity is in energy, gum Arabic, uranium, maize, gypsum, limestone, cotton, and coal. Population of working age is 1.9 million. Those not in labor force is about 1 million. Labor force is 826,000. 826,000. 826,000. Unemployment 58. But underemployment is 34.94%. 34.94%. This state have an IGR of 8.54 billion in 2020. Federal allocation in 2020 was 49. Altogether, about 59, or let's say 60 billion altogether. The total debt of this state, domestic debt 84, foreign debt 36. Total debt is about 98 billion. 98 billion. Number 25th when it comes to debt in Nigeria, most indebted state in Nigeria, out of the 36 states. And debt growth between 2016 and 2020 is 70%. 70%. Let's dig deeper into this state. This is one of the states in Nigeria that have total income being about 15%. Can you imagine? So this is one of the states I say it's not viable. Let me show you. Can you see the operating expense? Operating expense is 32.36 billion. This state generates 8.54. Without federal allocation, this state cannot even pay salary. That's why a state like this is said to be non-viable. It's said to be non-viable. A lot of capital expenditure, I must say, 47% of operating expense, 52%. But that this state, as great with potential as it is, is making less than 15% of total revenue, Nigerian revenue. And my advocacy in this regard, which I'm pushing through every channel I can, is that state government it should be a campaign issue of how you will make money. Don't tell me I will build school, I will take children off the street, I will do this, I will do that. How will you do it? Tell us how you will do it. You have what it takes. It seems as if these guys are bereft of ideas. According to the report of budget, the Jewel of Savannah ranked number 7 on the 2020 Physical Performance Index. Number 7. The state require more work on its IGR. The state IGR translates to a per capita of 2,300 naira, which is very small. The national average is 4,616 for 36 states of Nigeria. This low IGR makes the state dangerously, and I like the word budget used, dangerously dependent on federal government. Dangerously dependent on federal government for a significant chunk of its recurrent expenditure. Recurrent. With $8.5 billion representing about 15%. Gombe prune its operating expense by 22% in 2019. Dubai core component experiencing the greatest cut. This compared to its improvement in 2021 in Physical Performance Index, which significantly reward states for improving their IGR and cutting their cost of operation. In contrast, capital expenditure was cut by 5.48. The state still has more work to do, as its capital expenditure per capita translates to 7,000, which is lower than national average of 8,000 capital expenditure per capita for different states of the federation. When you look at this state, is just like my state, my second state, Jigawa State, a state where I serve with enormous potential, but it's also said to be unviable or non-viable. This state still has infrastructural gap in education. There are gaps in health. There are gaps in road that need significant capital investment. As of 2020 December, total debt stock of Gombe State is about 100 billion, making it number 25 most indebted state in the country. The state spent 13.92 on servicing internal loans and 616 on servicing external loans. We'll go on a short break.
Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you at the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today.
Potential. What are the potential that a state like Gombe State possess? The state occupies a large landmass. Topography is mainly undulating hill. It shares common boundary Adamawa, Bauchi, and the like. It's generally a Guinea savanna grassland, concentration of woodland in southeast and southwest. The people of Gombe State are primarily farmers producing food and cash crops like cereals, like maize, sorghum, rice, and wheat. They also produce legumes like cowpea, peanut, soya beans, and barbara nut or bambara nut. Or bambara nut. Fruit include orange, lemon, mango, guava, pawpaw, and grapes. And all these have export potential. Vegetable, tomato, pepper, onion, okra, pumpkin, melon, tree crops, gum arabic, nut, sugarcane, sunflower, ginger. These products provide raw materials for agro-based industries like tomato company, cotton ginnery, groundnut oil mill that are present in the state. Other industry include cement, furniture, block making, another small scale industry. Remember, the state have some national resources like uranium, gypsum, and limestone. Recently, petroleum deposits have been reported to have also been discovered in this northern state. It's amazing how we are eagerly searching for crude oil in the north, whereas the world is trying to move away from crude oil to go for green energy and move away from fossil fuel. But that's what we are trying to even paint as something that is of value. Now, look at Gombe State. Just think of all the opportunity available in a state like Gombe. I mean, it is unthinkable to see Gombe being unable. It is unthinkable that Gombe is unable to take care of his bills. You know, the book of wisdom says, there is much food in the tillage of the poor. It's poor, but there are opportunities around. How on earth do you describe a state like Gombe poor or unviable, despite all this natural endowment? For me, the only reason why that will fly is simply because there is no leadership. There is no leadership. There is no leadership. So where is the market? And what are the potential of this product? Where is the market? And what is the market size of this product? Who are those that buy and what do they buy? Let's start with rice. Then we discuss corn, then wheat, then soya beans, then ginger, all produced from this state. Rice. Gombe State can decide that they want to export rice. either to the world or to West Africa or other African country under AfCFTA. And this state can make a lot of money. And this make a lot of money. They can make so much money. It's amazing how much they can make. You know, it's interesting. Sometimes when I just think about this, I'm just asking myself, it seems as if I'm a lone voice shouting in the bush, and nobody seems to be seeing what I'm talking about, but it seems as if awareness is increasing anyway. But sincerely, with one northern state in Nigeria, I hold one opinion that the most blessed part of Nigeria is not where we have oil. No, that's a wasting asset. The most blessed of this country is the vast uncultivated lands we have in the north. Underneath those lands also lies minerals. Can you imagine? On top is soil. On top is soil. Underneath of that soil is minerals. On top is soil, where we can cultivate. Underneath the minerals. And rice market is 24.7 billion. And see the buyers in Africa in yellow, buyers in Asia in red, buyers in Europe in purple, buyers in North America in blue, and buyers in South America in green. Huge market. Let's look at Africa alone. Just imagine Africa alone. Just Africa alone. $6.6 billion. From North Africa to South Africa to East Africa to West Africa, Africa alone, $6.06 billion. So there is opportunity for this state to sell in Africa the rice. Let's look to another product. Gombe State, they said is poor. They said this state cannot even make enough. What is the budget of this state, for crying out loud? The budget of this state is at 20. The budget of the state in 2022, that's this year, is about 154.9 billion. And do you know this state can make all this money from one focus on export alone and focus on one commodity alone? This state can make all this money. Look at buyers of corn: Japan, South Korea, Iran, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Mexico, Canada, Colombia, Peru, Egypt, Morocco, Algeria. $36.3 billion. $36.3 billion. In Africa, the demand for corn is as high as 3.7 billion. By the way, $1 billion, if you use parallel market, is 600 billion naira. $1 billion is 600 billion. If this state concentrate on $500 million or $250 million, the state already have enough to take care of its need. $250 million is about 150 billion. That's exactly the budget of Gombe State. And corn can make that happen. Corn can make that happen because the demand for corn in Africa is $3.73 billion. From Egypt to Morocco to Algeria to South Africa to Tunisia. Wheat, 44.1 billion. Nigeria imports a lot of wheat. Can you see that Nigeria imports about 3.3% of wheat import in the world. Wheat import in the world. Nigeria is importing 33.3% wheat import in the world. 33.3%. Nigeria. 33.3%. Nigeria alone. 33.3%. Nigeria alone. Of the 44. So we spend about $1 billion, sometimes up to $1 billion to import wheat, just wheat. Indonesia, Philippines, Turkey, Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Italy, Netherlands, Brazil, Mexico. These are the market Gombe can export the wheat is producing to. And in Africa, see the demand for wheat in Africa. Can you see that Africa is importing like more than almost 30% of wheat in the world? It's coming to Africa. Egypt, major importer of wheat. Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Sudan, South Africa, major importer of wheat. Look at another product that this country, this state can make money from. Soya beans. Just check out the demand for soya beans. All the major items of export of Nigeria. Soya bean market alone is ×2. Major item we export is cocoa, cashew, ginger, gum arabic. The total market size of the major agri export of Nigeria is not 20 billion. Total market size is not up to 20 billion. One product that we are not looking at very keenly, that is not even on the radar as far as export from Nigeria is concerned. One product is $55.2 billion. Who are those buying? China, Japan, Iran, Mexico, Argentina, Egypt. The demand in Africa is very low. 1.73 billion. 1.73 billion. And Egypt is taking a large chunk of that. Basically saying that Egypt is the place to consider and go if you are thinking of exporting soya beans in Africa. And Gombe State, that's what it takes. This state also produces ginger. And the market for ginger is about $1 billion. So I'm basically saying that, can we begin to ask those that want to contest as governor important questions about what they will do in terms of generating money? Don't tell me what you will do. Tell me how you will raise the money first and then what you will do with the money. Then, lastly, sugarcane. $11.48 billion. Sugarcane. And Nigeria is a major importer of sugarcane, by the way. Indonesia, South Africa, China, Bangladesh, Japan, Iraq, Iran, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, South Africa. Yes, so much value in soya beans. So much value in soya beans. So much value in soya beans. United States, Canada, UK, Spain, Italy. And in Africa, Africa is importing a lot of sugarcane. $2.37 billion. So all we are saying is that let the state government take on one of these. Let the state government take on one of these and do something about it, man. Take on one of these. This is so critical for the advancement of our nation. So I don't believe Gombe State is not viable. I just believe Gombe State does not have the leader to help to generate the necessary income. It doesn't have the leader to help generate the necessary income. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll discuss the proposals.
My name is Victor, and I just finished the Certified Global Trade Professionals training. Very rewarding. I work in one of the commercial banks in Nigeria. Frankly, I had struggled with trade transactions, but there was no running away from it. The focus right now in our bank is exports. 2 weeks ago, just 2 weeks to the end of the program, I got a call from an exporter in Gombe that wants to do cassava chips, export cassava chips to Europe. If I hadn't taken this program, it would have been very difficult for me to onboard that customer and have a decent conversation with him about the transaction. The course prepared me in dealing with that customer's request, which is still ongoing. It's just the first step for me. I intend to take additional courses in trade, also with the African Continental Free Trade Area. It's an area where I've decided that I would like to specialize in. So yes, this is the foundation for me. It's been very helpful. Thank you.
All right, so here is my proposal on how the state government of Gombe State can leverage on either the rice or the wheat or the sugarcane, whatever it is, to be able to both create jobs and reduce poverty in the state. Then I will talk about how the state can make direct profit from exports before we close this evening. For many value chains in Nigeria, and Gombe State inclusive, you have SME involved in production and harvesting and transport. SME, sometimes the same SME or under SME involved in primary production and processing, primary processing and storage, secondary processing and packaging. And then you still have SME involved in marketing and sales, logistics, export and distribution. And sometimes these are not just SME, they are even MSME, micro. This creates inefficient value chain operator, low processing capacity and low output, few job creation, low quality and packaging, high cost of production, and of course, non-competitive product in the export market. Non-competitive product in the export market. So my proposal is that if the state want to take a product that has huge potential that you want to export abroad with value added, let an SME do primary production and harvesting and transport. Let SME to buy from them and give it to a large corporate to do primary processing and storage, secondary processing and packaging. So that at the end of the day, the final product that SME2 will be focused on is marketing and sales, logistics, export, and distribution abroad. If we have this kind of symbiotic relationship in the value chain for a particular product with huge demand abroad, we will be able to have efficient value chain operator, high processing capacity and output, good quality and packaging, low cost of production, because this same large corporate is going to receive not just from one or two businesses, from many SMEs too, who will bring those samples to those products, and they will come and pick up final processed product already packaged, branded for SME2 or SME3 or SME4. And because of the volume, low cost of production, creating competitive products in the export market, of course, leading to job creation, decreasing the quality. And when people get busy, idle hand is devil's workshop. But now there is no idleness, there's no abundance of idleness, decrease insecurity. In order to support exporters in Gombe State to enter Europe, Africa, and American market, in a secure and sustainable way, the state government can partner with representatives at destination to market and secure contract, set up warehouse for pickup by wholesaler and retailer at destination, set up an entity, agent or distributor at destination, partner with an independent agent or distributor at destination, organize and sponsor manufacturer for exhibition in the export market. These are the kind of support that a state government can give its SME to produce and export this product to the various export markets. How can the state government make money directly? Look at the model we have for the state. The state can export sugarcane, and look at the model we have for sugarcane. The arable land in the state is about 720,000 arable land in the state, 720,000 hectares. If the state used just 10%, and I mean just 10% to cultivate sugarcane, possible yield of sugarcane is 20 metric tons per hectare. 10% of the land available, the arable land available, is 72,000 hectares. That would generate 1.4 million metric tons of sugarcane. Agronomists said this can be processed at about 310,000 per hectare. If the farmer is making 50% profit with the cost of production, with the cost of export, that's about 91 billion. The beauty of this model is that the state government does not have to give its citizens this money, but must give its citizens a guarantee. So the citizens use their money to produce and make it available for the state government, and the state government exports and pay them back. So state government is the off-taker, giving purchase order. Produce this for me, I will pay you after 60 days or 90 days where you supply. At an exchange rate of, at a unit price of $508 per metric ton, and exchange rate of 415, we can make $746 million in export proceeds, leading to 309 billion. This is ×2 of the annual budget of Gombe State. ×2 of the annual budget of Gombe State. ×2. How much is this state making? 8.54 billion. Can you imagine? And the state from sugarcane alone can generate ×2 of its entire budget. Can someone help me reach out to Gombe State? They should look inward and consider export of product produced in the state. And here is the model. The state government partner with a business in export, and they agree on a rationing formula to undo the business side of things. The state government provides funds to this partner, while this partner provides expertise in this relationship. The state government form the farmer, this SPV, that the business, form the PPP business, form the farmer into cooperative across different local governments in the state, give each cooperative a guarantee and a purchase order to buy off, give them input to ensure they plant the right varieties, support them with training and input and other farm input like fertilizer and training. Make a collection center available in every local government where they will bring after harvest. This business collect the goods, clean them up, process them, package them for export, do the documentation and shipment, get the buyer abroad, present document to the bank of the buyer after shipment, receive payment from the buyer's bank, pay the farmers who produce the goods. Pay the farmers who produce the goods. Share the balance, maybe 90-10, 80-20, or 70-30, depending on the sharing formula with the partner. Someone says state government are not proactive for business and export. Best vehicle is organized private sector. No, that's why I said the state government should partner with a special purpose vehicle. So the state government provides fund and enabling environment. State government is not the one that will drive it. The partner, the private partner that are in the same business, is the one that will drive it for them, and they will share the proceeds, the formula, the profit. They will share it among themselves. They will share it among themselves. The impact of the suggested model for the state government goes beyond generation of revenue. It has humongous impact on employment generation and increased economic activity in the state. This, in my opinion, is a more effective and efficient and enduring model for diversifying the economy of any state in Nigeria. This model can also be replicated by federal government at the federal level, especially for the exportation of solid minerals. So today we have looked at Gombe State, and next week we are going back to Southeast, and we're going to be discussing Imo, the people from Owerri.
My name is Victor, and I just finished the Certified Global Trade Professionals training. Very rewarding. I work in one of the commercial banks in Nigeria. Frankly, I had struggled with trade transactions, but there was no running away from it. The focus right now in our bank is exports. 2 weeks ago, just 2 weeks to the end of the program, I got a call from an exporter in Gombe that wants to do cassava chips, export cassava chips to Europe. If I hadn't taken this program, it would have been very difficult for me to onboard that customer and have a decent conversation with him about the transaction. The course prepared me in dealing with that customer's request, which is still ongoing. It's just the first step for me. I intend to take additional courses in trade, also with the African Continental Free Trade Area. It's an area where I've decided that I would like to specialize in. So yes, this is the foundation for me, but it's been very helpful. Thank you.
If you are yet to get the book Built to Go Global, book that reveals why export business failed, grab your copy now. Also, you want to have access to this video afterwards, please feel free to visit our YouTube channel, Voice of African Trade, subscribe, like, share, and drop your comment. If you want to get access to the link to this program every Thursday, visit African Export Business Platform on Telegram, and you will be able to get the link every Thursday.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn in dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Built to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 50% discount, call 080-912-44449.
So, to the bank or to us in banking, we have seen a way where we can not only return and sustain our existing exporters, but we are going to attract, not even attract more from the prospective exporters. We have an opportunity for us to even create exporters within our own community. Just like what I was telling you, what is happening in my own community. You need to see the kind of passion and interest shown from my community in terms of export. Everybody now wants to diversify. And then, as I said, part of our own advisory is that, you see, we are running, as I said from the beginning, most of our businesses are highly saturated locally, but are in high demand internationally. But what we need to do, or the lack of this basic knowledge in export, limit our potentials to go or to grow beyond our limit or to our full capacity as exporters. So with this, I've registered my application. It's the time well spent, that 3 months. I hope I was even thinking that it was going to extend for another 2 months so that we can learn more. Everything about the program is so fantastic. It's so appreciated and impact, not only to me as a city, even to my community. My community has felt the impact of this trip. My bank also is, in fact, is gaining higher from this trading because I know the number of our customers that are highly impressed, that always look forward to. Even this morning, I received nothing less than 3 calls from exporters on so many issues or challenges that they have that we're able to address them.
Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you at the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today. Are you
My name is F1 I am a professional banker of over 16 years experience. I've handled clients in various industry, vertical, and sectors in Nigeria, including manufacturing, logistics, automobile, and the rest. And when I started off my career, I would say that I had more of trade knowledge around trade import because of the type of clients that I handled. But I want to say that the defining moment in my career was when I underwent 3T Infex trade academy training. The first one was in my last year space. So fast forward in 2020 when the COVID came, again, that thought came to me. And this time I said, I'll take the wool by the horn. I'm not going to wait for my company to train me. So I heard about, I reached out to 3T Infex, and they're always throwing things at your face, supporting you, not necessarily for you to come and spend your money, but just educate us. So I ran through the different courses that they had, and I just knew that I had to, go for this one. This is the Executive Diploma in Export Business Management. And I can tell you, as at 2020, when we are at the lockdown, I underwent this 3 months training. I can tell you, this has been a game changer for me in my career. I didn't know that non-oil export would become a focus the way it was, but all I wanted to do was to provide, to be able to provide advice to my clients, understand exports, You know, I know the trade is processing side from the bank's perspective, but I didn't really understand the export environment and how it affects clients. What does an exporter, what are the pain points? So this course helps me, you know, to have good understanding of the export environment in Nigeria, what to be looking for, what are the risks. It's an all-encompassing program. And at that point, when I finished this program, it opened a huge opportunity for me in my workplace. And I can tell you that I was able to make a high impact and providing solutions for exports, and which allowed my company to grow in leaps and bounds in terms of non-oil exports in Nigeria. We are still learning, and I believe that there are more courses for me to take from Treaty Intex, and I can recommend this program to anyone and everyone. Even if you are not a banker, you're just a regular trade person, there are other opportunities coming up for trade within Africa, outside Africa, especially with the geopolitical tension. I think we have to equip ourselves with the right knowledge, right skills, so that we'll be able to, you know, take advantage of the opportunities that not just for Nigeria but for Africa. Thank you very much. Treaty Intex, you're the best. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. See you next week and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.